Hi vlog. We made it. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Wow. I'm trying to do an intro here. So we got gym today. Hard set. I'm gonna do 110 bench. You're not ready. You'll see.
Hello, hope you've had a good week. We've been training hard or racing at the weekend. We've got our first meet of the season coming up this weekend, which should be pretty exciting. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I've been training really well, and I know I've raced fast, feeling a little bit kind of coldy before, so I'm not really worried. And I think it's the kind of thing that if you're in the kind of Manchester area and you're able to come and watch the final session, I think there could be some very fast swimming there. Could be well worth it. Speaking of being in Manchester, if you're interested in coming along to one of our technique clinics, we're running one of those on the 8th of November. I think we still have a few spaces left. So if you're interested, you want to work on freestyle technique, butterfly technique, both of those turns and starts, and then maybe some pacing as well, then go to Technique Matters, so tmswimming.com. That'll be all the information for the clinic will be on there. So it's me, Jess Calderbank, who's a multiple-time World Championships competitor in butterfly, and then Matt Turner, who owns Technique Matters, which is just the company I run the one-to-ones through. So he's a coach at Co-Master as well. Very, very well accomplished. So if you're interested, come along for that. But anyway, today we've got some gym for you. So I've spoken a little bit about our gym in the past. So on Mondays we lift full body, Wednesdays are a full body power, and then Fridays are an upper body strength. So you're going to see that this is our heaviest week. So this is our kind of 9 out of 10 week. This is the culmination of 6 weeks progress, where every week we're trying to increase the load from the week before. Every exercise is 3 sets of 5 reps. And the aim really is to hit that first set really hard, and then if we can, creep it up. Obviously, you'll see what happens with my training. I think strength training is so important for being better at swimming, being able to hold position, especially the upper body. That's where a lot of our power is generated. A lot of our mobility, I believe, is generated through the strength training. So, without further ado, enjoy it. I'll pop in and out with some commentary just to keep you up to date with what's happening. But yeah, enjoy the video. And we start with pull-ups. So pull-ups are probably one of the most popular exercises in swimming for developing strength, especially through the lats and kind of the teres and the rest of the upper back. So building up to a set here now of 25 kilos for the 5 reps. Now I should say as well that this part of the lifting was done in the morning. So this was after the speed session that we do Friday morning, and straight downstairs into the British Swimming Gym. Set 2 again with 25 kilos. So the first set was pretty good. It still felt a bit hard compared to my chin-ups on the Monday were much heavier, but A, it's a different position, and B, because it's at the end of the week, there's a lot more fatigue. But I still felt that set was okay. So for the third set, I went up to 27.5 kilos. So my best for a set of 5 ever is 30, I think. But that was just for 1 set. And that would have been the first set and then 2 sets light afterwards. So for me to go 27.5 as a third set would be pretty good. Yeah, just about there. Just about. But that's all it has to be. Next exercise is bench press. So you'll notice as well on all these reps, on the warm-ups and up to the working sets, that I'm putting a pause in. That's because, frankly, my pressing strength is pretty good. So I have benched 140 kilos for 2 reps. So I don't need to get necessarily more weight on the bar, but I can find a way of making lighter weights harder. And so part of that is through adding in that pause. if you watched last week's video where I put the clip of my paused dumbbell bench press with the feet up, you'll see that's just another technique there where of making the dumbbell press harder. Into the final warm-up of 107.5 kilos. Got Carnell spotting me on this, but he soon gets demoted. Okay, here we go then, the first working set, 115 kilos. So last week I did 110 and it was pretty hard. This week I just wanted to get 115. Sometimes you get those numbers stuck in your head that are targets, and this was my target for this one.
If you got a trigger, just squeeze it. Back outside the street. These stones around my jeans, so damn tree, they got me heated. Don't play with the game, they know they will be undefeated. I get to squeeze them, but we talking beef, they say that they beat me. Just for no reason. We got them on ice and come in the freezer. This chick go undefeated. Somebody said I'm beat. Don't go long, wanna see receipt. I can see it. My bitch look like the snow gon' make the beat. Once I see it, I feel like the beat just like it feels. Then I leave her. I can't be caught up, I can't be on cheaters. Tell them people, you know what it is, so put it up for they bring.
What did you take off the fire?
The 5 and 2.5.
Guys, 100 kg bench press. I'm gonna make it look like light work. I'm gonna make it look the easiest 100 kg ever. They will. Actually, if I fail it, don't post it. Don't post it. But I'm not gonna fail.
Fail. Pull up. Attach it. Attach it everywhere.
I think it's plug in, I ain't lit. I put a flow, they ain't stuck. Give me they all want a nut. Big man, I'm how many doors are they shut? How many fellas in club? Rap game like a sleeping paradise. How the fuck I'm still up?
Yeah.
Niggas don't speak my language.
Come on, keep it tight.
Niggas don't speak my language.
Yeah, go then.
Niggas don't speak my language.
Yeah, finish it off.
How the fuck I'm still up?
Come on.
Niggas don't speak my language. Niggas don't speak my language. Niggas don't speak my language. How the fuck I'm still up?
Let's go.
So I just about got the 115 for 5. See Carnell there, almost getting 100 for 5. Just had to give him a little bit of help on the last rep. So decided to drop it back down to 110, same weight as last week, just really to make sure I could get 2 more sets of 5 clean reps that are heavy. There's no point doing 115 again and only getting 3 or 4 reps. I'm better off getting the 5 with 110. Into the final set then now. And the final thing I did this morning was the facing away pal-off hold. So this is a core exercise, so the weight stacks on these machines aren't accurate in the British swimming gyms. This says it's 30 kilos, but it's not. But really, the weight isn't that important. It's kind of it's just what's going to be heavy enough to challenge that position. So the hands are holding a small bar up overhead, and all I'm doing is resisting that pull backwards. So as I said, this is the last exercise of the morning, because then the afternoon I finish the rest of the gym work, purely because the session takes me too long otherwise. So 2 exercises plus core in the morning, 2 exercises plus core in the evening.
Found that same thing.
Where have all the med balls gone?
Where have all the mad balls gone? I don't know if I'm told.
What a beautiful rendition there from Matt Turner. You get more of that if you come to our clinic on the 8th of November. But on to overhead press then. And this is one of my favourite exercises, kind of working that overhead plane. We tend to do a pull-up, a bench press, then an overhead variation and a rowing variation. So I really like overhead press for that. My best all time is 80 kilos for 3. Last week I did 70 for 5, and it was actually pretty alright. So in my head I wanted 75. If I could get 75 for 5, that would be really good. But I thought I had to earn that first with a set at 72.5. So last one there was 70, moving pretty well into 72.5 then for the first set. And it doesn't particularly look it from the video, but with how comfortable that felt, I felt I'd earned a right to have a go at 75. And of course, if we're putting weight on the bar, there's only going to be one outcome. And that probably actually felt easier than the 72.5. Sometimes kind of having that priming makes the next set even better. So we had a quick little tutorial of some hang power cleans with a couple of girls from the national squad. Olympic lifts are so good for swimmers, kind of for that full body coordination, then also getting the power in that from that position, like we will need for starts and turns. But we get that whole body coordination, and they can be really overcomplicated. So a lot of my cue in here is about jumping and getting the elbows through fast. And basically a lot of the movement takes care of itself with those couple of simple cues. Into the last set then, we've got these half kilo plates. So I decided let's get 76 for a set. Yeah, pretty good set, very nice. So I think when we get onto heavy 3s, I'll be looking good. Next onto some barbell rows then. So again, this is for kind of similar muscle groups to what our lats, to what our pull-ups are. So the lats, the upper back. I put straps on here just so all I have to think about is rowing and driving the elbows up, and I don't have to worry about my grip on the bar. Here we go, first set at 110. Now these end up not being quite as clean as I would like. There's a little bit more upper body movement, but at this kind of weight, I don't really mind it because it is heavy. Like 1 week in 6 where the reps are not quite as pretty, I can live with. The other thing is that the movement is only upwards. I'm not then coming back down to meet the bar. So you can see how much work the lat is actually doing, especially on the next clip is from a little bit more side on. You can see how much work my upper back is doing and the lats. So it's not just all swinging momentum. And the last thing then that you will see after this set is the last core exercise. So that's a Letner weighted hold, weight in the hands. 45 seconds again, really hard. But thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.